All right, I am here with Mr. Donavan Green, Dickinson High School here in Texas. Donovan has racked up about 42 offers or 44.
It's like somewhere up there.
Yeah, so I saw there was about 40, around 44 offers. So last
hmm
year, I think back in July, you didn't have any offers, right? I think that's the
No.
time we were working out together, and
hmm
then your recruiting just took off
Yeah.
and just went to another level. How did you feel about you know because you still were relatively young, so how did you feel
hmm
about your offers just picking up like it did?
it was a surprise to me because it was um I didn't think it was at that point where I would start just getting them in and coming in like that. But it was a surprise. But then again, it wasn't because that summer I had went to a whole bunch of camps. And it was like, oh, we like you a lot. And if you go into your season and do exactly what you did at the camp, they will offer you. And I just did that. And then it just started coming in. And after I got my first couple, and it just all started coming in after that.
Yeah, it's crazy how like one offer comes in and then like they start
Mm-hmm.
flooding in. But you're
Mm-hmm.
what, 6'5",
6'4".
6'4"? What are you weighing now?
I'm 225 right now.
225.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do they want you to get weight wise? Do they want you to get bigger, or um, the size that you're at are now is that comfortable for them?
I ain't really asked yet, but most of the people I talk to said I ain't got to worry about it that much right now, being that I'm at 225 right now. They can put on weight when I get
Right.
up there. So,
And do you know you're gonna have to learn how to block really well?
for sure.
That's gonna be
For sure.
probably number one.
Mm-hmm.
So my first, I see on the screen, you can see your top six offers. Make sure that that's correct. I don't want to not
Let me
put the correct
see.
information on there. So we have Florida,
Yes, sir.
Oklahoma, Ole Miss, Texas, A&M, and USC. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now I was actually going to go to USC before I chose to go to Kentucky. USC was like my favorite school of all time. Which
Mm-hmm.
which school uses the tight end the most?
Florida has the most yards right now, and I think Ole Miss is at number two. It's either one of them number one and one of them two. It's one of those two.
Okay. Now, what are you looking for in a school? Like, what is the thing that really is going to bring Donovan in? I know your dad. I know your family is really close. So I know that you want to be somewhere where they can actually see you play
Mm-hmm.
a amount of games a year. What's going to really solidify that pick for you?
I tell every school that I look for is a good atmosphere, a good school that can set me up to for life after football, and somebody who can set me up to be prepared to go to the next level. So that's the main
Okay.
three, and then anything after that is just extra.
Good, good. And you know, when you're setting those goals to, make that jump from high school to college, do you is one of your things is to speak those goals into existence? What are you kind of like your preparation for, preparing for the next level?
Um, man, I haven't really got any goals like that, but I guess just whatever it takes to be a good tight end, being able to block, but still being able to get out and spread the field whenever you need to. So I guess
Right.
that's just really what makes a good tight end.
Yeah. Definitely write your goals down.
Mhm.
That is you gotta write those goals down. That is
Mhm.
um, one of my principles as far as being elite athlete, because once you close the gap, you're in high school now, but once you close the gap to the next level, you have to what are you going to do differently than everybody else? What's going to
Mm-hmm.
separate you from all of those guys? When you write those goals down and you're able to see them, it gives you so much more purpose for each
Yeah.
game, each play. So make sure that writing those goals down, that's something that you incorporate into your regimen because trust me, it is very important. I figured that out late in my college career that when I
Mm-hmm.
wrote those goals down, man, it really made a huge difference for me because the gap will close a little bit because you're going against better competition,
Yes,
but
sir.
now it becomes so much of a mental game. So write those goals down. Have a plan for every game that you have.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the next question is going to be, going to the NFL. Like, if you make it to the NFL, what's the first thing you will purchase? Someone asked that question.
Probably a house, I would assume, something to live in.
Good deal. That's the first thing. You know what most people
Mm-hmm.
buy first? What do you think most people buy first? Most guys would go
Probably like a car or something.
a car that depreciates.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, definitely a house would be a great because it's an investment.
Mm-hmm.
I know when I was a rookie, someone told me to buy a house, and I was like, I don't want to buy a house, but I wish I would have at the time because the pro, the property values in Florida, in Tampa, Florida, right now
Mm-hmm.
are like through the roof. So if I would have bought some property in Florida at that time, right now, who knows what it would
Mm-hmm.
have been
Mm-hmm.
worth. So definitely
Yeah.
buy real estate. All right. The
Yes,
next
sir.
question is someone asks, are you overwhelmed with all of the success that you're having, all of the schools? Can that be overwhelming to you?
Yeah, it can because like before I like right when it hit September 1st, when coach was able to text me, it was a lot because I had woke up that next day and I had like 100+ text messages and I had to just reply to all of them on my messages and on Twitter. And so I had to do that. And then being that during September 1st we had just went back to practice, so I'll be at practice for like 3 to 6. And so I would just wake up and then do my work and then have to message coaches or try to talk to them while I'm doing school and then go to practice. And then while I'm in practice, coaches are texting me. And when I get out, I got to respond to all of them too. So it can be overwhelming, but it's just a blessing at the end of the day.
It definitely is a blessing, and I'm happy for you, and I'm proud
Mm-hmm.
of all of your accomplishments, man. So you have a
Thank you.
lot more to go.
Mm-hmm.
So when you narrowed it down to the six schools that you like, and I know it can get overwhelming because you're what 17 now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you haven't. When is your birthday?
I just turned 17 in October 28th.
Your birthday is October 28th. My
Yes,
birthday is
sir.
October 19th. So see, I know.
Okay,
But
okay.
you're a Scorpio. I'm a Libra. My mom,
Yeah.
matter of fact, my mom's birthday is on the 28th. It's
Oh,
October
okay.
28th. Yeah, yeah. So that's how I
Mm-hmm.
know Scorpio. That's good, man. Just stay focused on everything. All right.
Yes,
The
sir.
next question is, I think I asked this. Someone asked, "What are you looking for in the school?" So you narrowed it down to six, and I think you may have addressed this a little bit, but
Mm-hmm.
you can go over again, like the things that really the number one priority for you picking a school, since you have narrowed it down to the six.
Like I said, it's the atmosphere of the school, the whole like how much of a family they are. Who can prepare me for life after football? This will prepare me for the next level. And it's another thing because I did a whole bunch of virtual visits, and when I had talked to the coaches and they knew that I do shoes, they used that as a picture point in the virtual visits on how they can give me connections or I can major in certain stuff in college to help me with this stuff that I like. And so that's another thing, the education part of it
So
too.
what would be your major? Or have you figured that
I don't
out
know
yet?
yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like. try to do like some business and probably like minor in like engineering or something. Because I was going to do engineering before I had told all the coaches about the shoes and stuff, and they wanted me to do that. So just keep
Now,
something on the side for a
I'm
backup.
gonna tell you, make sure when you talking to these coaches, because honestly, like when an athlete wants to take a hard course like engineering,
Mhm.
before you get there, they'll tell you, oh, that's fine, yeah, that's good. They don't really want you taking those type of
Mhm.
courses. So you make sure that when you go, you want to stress the fact that, hey, I know it's going to be rough, but I'm going to be prepared to take on. Don't get
Mhm.
kind of ushered into some of these degrees that won't get you anything.
Yeah.
Say that, yeah, we definitely want you to play on Sundays, but just in case you want to have that
Mhm.
fallback, you want to have that piece of paper. So don't let
Mhm.
coaches pressure you into taking some of these other courses. Stick to your guns with that when you're making
For
that
sure.
decision. That's
Mhm.
definitely very important.
For
All right.
sure.
So how's your dad feeling about all of this?
He likes it, especially the shoe part, being that I can just do something that I'm already accustomed to and that I already like, and that's something that if I do get into a business, like I'll actually enjoy it.
Okay. So I gotta get me some special made kicks from you. Do I have to buy the
So,
shoes or do you have the shoes? How does that work?
you can bomb, but if not, I can bomb too. It's just be that much on top of the custom,
Okay, so
however
it's
much
just
the shoe
all
is.
white, right?
Mhm.
All right. So are you gonna surprise me or do I have to kind of like tell you what I want?
It's whatever you want.
All
I can
right.
do both.
I'm gonna hold you there. Hold you to that. I'm gonna buy me some shoes and I want you to customize them for me.
For sure. For sure.
All right. And another question. Someone asks, what is your pre-game ritual? Like, what is it that you do before the game?
Um, so right now before games, like I'll just get up, um, I'll do my push-ups and sit-ups, and then I'll get on to school, do my school, and then I'll be doing that all the way up until I have to go to the school, and then we'll get there, we'll eat. Well, we'll do roll call first. We'll get there, the roll call, eat, and then we'll just chill out. And I'm either watching videos or talking about the game to my friends. And then as soon as we like after like an hour or so, we'll get in our meetings. As soon as we get in the meetings, we'll stay up into meetings all the way up until we have to go outside. So we'll go outside, warm up, come back in, go outside again and warm up again, and then it's game time after that.
So what's the playlist looking like before the game? Are you the guy that's kind of calm and mellow? Because I know you kind of laid back, or
Yeah,
are you the rap music gets you drunk, get you hype before the game? What's the music?
I really stay to myself, but like I don't be the one who play music because when we playing music, it'll be one dude with just a big old speaker and he'll just be blasting music. And so I just listen to whatever they listening to.
Okay, okay. All right. So the next question, we're coming to the end of the questions, but this one is anything you would tell a young athlete who's not in your position, and this is like what my passion is, right? Because
Hmm.
everybody's not a Donovan Green. Everybody's not a 4-star that gets the attention, who will be able to choose which school they want to go to, right? So would you
Hmm.
tell those kids who are, looking at recruiting and not understanding the process, you're going through the process and it's your course is a little different than most, but what would
Hmm.
you tell some kid that's out there that wants to be recruited that may be able to play at the next level?
Um, I would say just try to do everything as early as possible. Like, how I got to where I am is just go to camps, make sure you do your best, work out on your own, do everything you possibly can to get good at your position and get the best at what you do. And then just go to camps, try to record everything, make a Twitter, and then when you do make a Twitter, make sure it's nothing explicit on your Twitter and make sure it's just something that's just dedicated straight to football. And make sure you're not liking everything, retweeting everything that you're not supposed to be liking or retweeting. And then my dad helped me on this too. If you got any parents, I know everybody ain't got the right parents, but if you do, how to help, is help them try to record you at your camps and try to send as much film to as many coaches as possible. It don't matter what, it don't matter how big the school or how little the school. Just try to send all your film to as many people as possible and just do what you're supposed to.
So it's about marketing, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
about marketing yourself. Now, I know Coach Nelson is a very good coach. I like Coach Nelson, and I think he does a good job of getting you guys prepared. I can't say that about everybody, but I do have a lot of respect for what Coach Nelson has done. I remember him probably about 7 or 8 years ago, maybe longer.
Yeah.
Getting the job there, and a lot of you guys have went on to play at the next level. So I really respect the job that he's doing over there. But just all the things that you said, that's why I wrote a book. I wrote the recruiting playbook. Everything that you were talked about, I've helped kids since you probably were, 17 now. So you were probably, 2 when I first started actually working. And I just noticed my recruiting process was totally different than what you guys go through now. You have the internet and a lot of other things going on. But I wrote these books because I saw so many kids slip through the cracks because they were not being recruited. You have to take recruiting into your own hands. You cannot leave it to coaches at school because their job is to win games. It's not really to help the kids with recruiting. So when I wrote the book for the athlete that wasn't a Donavan Green. It was a Reggie Rusk who went to junior college and went to a major university and still ended up getting drafted. That's why I wrote this book. Yeah. So you've put yourself out there. Continue to work hard. Don't take not one day for granted. Keep grinding. Write those goals down, and success will be yours, man. It's like I told another guy that was in your position a few years ago. He's just graduated. You have a lottery ticket in your hand, and all you have to do is hold on to it, seal it away somewhere, hold on to it, and you're gonna make a lot of money. So you just stay focused on that, stay driven, stay humble. Don't let other people tell you how great you are. You just keep being who you are. You know what I mean? And I wish nothing but success. Thank you for coming on. I'm gonna record this and then I'll send you a copy of it.
Okay, that sounds good.
So you can